Welcome to the Below Football Kaizer family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Kaizer Chiefs and the quiet weight of hope in South African football. There are days when football feels bigger than the sport itself. You hear a crowd chant a team's name, and something settles in your chest before you even understand why. There are days when football feels bigger than the sport itself. You hear a crowd chant a team's name, and something settles in your chest before you even understand why. That's how it often feels with Kaizer Chiefs. Even if you didn't grow up in South Africa or follow the league closely, the team carries a kind of history that pulls you in without warning. You see the gold and black colors, and you sense stories behind them. Stories of pressure, expectation, heartbreak, and loyalty that refuses to fade. This isn't a tribute built on nostalgia. It's a closer look at what makes the Chiefs more than a club. The heart behind the colors. A team that means more than wins. When people talk about Kaizer Chiefs, they don't only mention trophies or big matches. They talk about how the team shaped childhoods, influenced family traditions, and filled living rooms with noise. Supporters don't watch the Chiefs casually. They feel them. Even in years where results fall short, that emotional tie remains steady. You see it in packed stands, in fans singing even after a difficult loss, and in the way conversations about the club rarely stay neutral. The Chiefs hold a place that many teams around the world never quite reach. Why support goes deeper. In many communities, supporting the Chiefs was passed down like a family heirloom. A grandfather's scarf. A father's old jersey. A mother who remembers her first match at the stadium. People grew up watching the Chiefs during times when the world around them felt uncertain. The club became a source of steadiness. Something reliable when life wasn't. The connection grew not because the team was perfect, but because it felt familiar, human, and tied to identity. The weight of expectation. A club that carries history. Every major football team carries pressure, but the Chiefs carry something heavier. Their name stands on decades of achievements, iconic players, and unforgettable seasons. Older fans remember moments when the club seemed untouchable. Younger fans grew up hearing those stories and waited for their own. That history is a gift and a burden. It creates hope, but hope has weight. Every season becomes a reminder of what once was and what could be again. What hope looks like in football. Hope in football is not loud. It's quiet and stubborn. It's the supporter who still wakes up early on match day. It's the fan who wears the jersey after a disappointing run. It's the supporter who still wakes up early on match day. It's the fan who wears the jersey after a disappointing run. It's the belief that the next match might be the one that changes everything. With Kaizer Chiefs, hope often appears in these small ways. Not dramatic. Not exaggerated. Just steady. How supporters cope with disappointment. Fans don't turn away after a hard season. Instead, they talk, argue, analyze, and predict. Disappointment becomes a shared language. People gather online or in person to make sense of it together. Some express frustration. Others defend the team fiercely. But beneath every reaction lies the same truth: they care enough to feel this deeply. Identity and belonging. Why the Chiefs feel like home. Football isn't only about skill. It's about belonging. And few teams hold that sense of belonging like Kaizer Chiefs. The colors, the badge, the chants, each one ties people to something larger than themselves. For many, the Chiefs became a steady part of their personal stories. A reminder of weekends spent with siblings, barbecues that turned into match discussions, and friendships built around shared loyalty. The emotional pull. Every supporter knows the feeling of seeing the team walk onto the pitch. Even before the kickoff, something inside shifts. You remember the moments that shaped your love for the team, your first match in the stadium, your first heartbreak from a last-minute goal, your first celebration that made you believe in miracles. This emotional pull is what makes the Chiefs more than a name. They're a reminder of who you were when you first loved football. The human stories behind the club. Players who became symbols. When people talk about the Chiefs, they often mention players who carried responsibility with grace. Some became symbols not because they were perfect, but because they played with spirit. They made mistakes, learned from them, and stepped onto the field again with determination. These players become part of everyday life. Fans remember their best moments long after they retire. They replay certain goals in their minds during quiet moments. Their jerseys hang in closets like treasured memories. The reality players face. Players in big clubs face endless expectations. Every touch, misstep, celebration, or mistake becomes public property. Some rise quickly. Others struggle. But each carries the hopes of thousands. For Chiefs players, stepping onto the pitch means carrying decades of emotion on their backs. That pressure can shape careers in ways fans never see. When young talent steps forward, each season brings new faces. Young players who grew up watching the club now wear its jersey. You can see their nerves during early matches. You can see flashes of future brilliance. They learn not just how to play, but how to handle the weight of a name that generations respect. Their journeys add fresh layers to the story of Kaizer Chiefs. The stadium as a living heart. Why match days feel different? Stadiums are more than concrete structures. On match day, they turn into living creatures. You feel the heartbeat of the crowd before you even reach your seat. With the Chiefs, the atmosphere carries a mix of anticipation and memory. People who don't know each other share greetings. They argue Abu Velabai to start against Al Masry. In the absence of the injured Glody Lalipo and Gaston Seraon, Velabai might start against Al Masry on Sunday in the continental outing. To date, the Bafana winger has made one competitive appearance for the Glamour Boys, but he did just enough to prove his quality. It explains why he made the squad for the weekend assignment. Goalkeepers, Brandon Peterson, Bruce Vuma. Defenders, Thabiso Munyan, Dylan Solomons, Bradley Cross, Pasika Mako, Given Samango, Zitha Quinica, Inacio Miguel. Midfielders, Sibonja Sinim Thethwa, Tabo Seal, George Matlu, Saif Sion Lovu, Level Hong Mabo, Kozingafail Unkobo, Duduzi Shabalala, Fundo Vilakazi, Asanili Velabai, Pule Modi. Forwards, Etiosa Igadaro, Ashley Dupreez, Flavio da Silva. Velabai banking on teammates. This is the first time Velabai will feature in continental assignments. He has conceded he is nervous but believes his teammates will help him deliver against a difficult opponent he is likened to Al Ali. Obviously it's a big moment for me, it's my first time traveling to Africa, to Egypt, and I know it's going to be difficult but I'm looking forward to it, he told the media. I've watched the tournament before and I know it's difficult, but we're looking forward to it as a team. For me, obviously, I'm a bit nervous. But there are guys in the team with experience, Biza, Brandon Peterson, Bruce Vuma, and all the guys that have been helping me closely, and I trust them, Velabai added. We've watched them, they're a top team. To be honest, they are on the same level as Al Ali, who we know is a top team, so it's going to be a difficult one. We've watched their videos and the whole week we've been preparing, and we know it's going to be a difficult game, he concluded. Most read. One double blow for Pirates. CAF rules in favor of Lupopo and Bucks forced to pay almost $500,000. Too jobless Rivero opens up on Pirates' exit insisting he wasn't happy. A new player in Kaizer Chiefs attracts attention with his high-scoring abilities. Despite the many criticisms he received during the preparatory season with Kaizer Chiefs, now with the start of the official duels, it seems that the Portuguese coach quickly entered the atmosphere of Kaizer Chiefs and was able to attract the attention of everyone and everyone. A spark was needed for Kaizer Chiefs season, and it arrived in the form of a 29-year-old Portuguese striker. After a slow start, his career at Amakhosi ignited the moment he found the net on his debut, sealing a narrow but vital victory over Golden Arrows. That single goal did more than just secure 3 points, it shattered any doubts and announced the arrival of a new clutch performer. This debut strike proved to be the catalyst, unlocking a rich vein of form. The striker, Silva, has since become synonymous with timely goals, finding the net 3 more times at critical junctures for the club. A return of 4 goals in just 5 league matches has swiftly cemented his reputation as one of the most astute and impactful signings the club has made in recent memory. Recognizing the need for a formidable attacking front, the Chiefs' management orchestrated a striking overhaul. Silva is not alone in this new-look offense. He is joined by the signings of Itiosa Ighodaro and Kaizer, forming a fresh and potent trio tasked with sharpening the club's cutting edge.